Let me ask you this. Are you still doing everything in your business? Are you the one who's writing all these emails, taking care of social media, chasing clients, and troubleshooting every single problem in your online business? Well, what if I tell you that for a mere fraction of what you're making now, you can hire someone from the Philippines, like a virtual assistant, a project manager, an operations manager, or even a designer, a copywriter, to basically help you out, help you let go of all of this stress and mostly lost opportunities that you're experiencing just because you're trying to do it all. If this sounds very relevant to you, then we definitely should talk. My name is Carla Singson, and I'm the founder of Proximity Outsourcing. For over a decade now, I have helped over 500 online businesses hire virtual assistants and top-tier managers, designers, specialists, funnel builders, and a lot of tech professionals from the Philippines and Latin America. And we have served these businesses from solopreneurs to 8-figure companies, and we've really actually helped them grow and not just take care of tasks. In this video, I will share with you specifically why it's really worth it to hire someone from the Philippines or Latin America and basically let them take over all of these outcomes instead of trying to do it all by yourself. First of all, there's a lot of world-class talent at accessible rates. In the US, for example, according to Glassdoor.com, you have to pay on average $85,000 a year to hire an entry-level social media manager. For a project manager, it will be somewhere around $104,000 US a year. And for even a basic creative task or a basic creative role, such as a video editor, you still need to pay around $65,000 a year. All of these roles can be hired in the Philippines for under $30,000 a year. And not only do you get amazing, talented people who speak great English, and by the way, they also work at your time zone, just like what we do at my company in Proximity Outsourcing. They are also really, really good. They're really invested in the work that they do. They upskill a lot, and they're also very loyal. We'll get to that point later. But what I'm trying to say is with that price difference alone, you can reinvest the money and focus on growth, maybe spend that money on marketing, partnerships, maybe you want to join a mastermind. There's a lot of opportunities that will open up for you just from having this amount of savings. And not only that, it makes approaching hiring much more accessible, much less intimidating. So, talk to a company like ours, send us a message, visit our website so that you can check out all of the businesses that we've helped out, and also so you can learn more about this process. Number 2 is cultural compatibility and communication. Philippines is known as one of the best English speakers in Asia. And for me, I grew up in the Philippines. I actually started living outside of the Philippines in my late 20s. So I've always spoken English this way. And let me tell you, I can find a lot of people who speak good English like me. I know that in the Philippines, just like some of these famous Filipino singers and even our famous boxer Manny Pacquiao, they do have an accent. But these are Filipinos that come from certain cities that speak a different dialect. So I'm giving you a little background here. I come from Davao City, which is a city down south. It is pretty urbanized, but we also speak a dialect called Bisaya, the same dialect that Manny Pacquiao speaks. So when I speak Bisaya, I speak in a different accent and I speak more like Manny Pacquiao. So that is very different. But if someone has a different type of experience, a different type of education, then it's very easy for them to also speak English, be used to speaking English, and also train themselves up to speak with a certain accent, especially if they have experience working with American clients or international clients. What I notice with people who have this experience is their accent becomes more and more neutral, or the more that they work with certain clients of a particular country, their accent slowly changes or adapts to the accent of that country. One of my best friends moved to Australia about 15 years ago, and she's full-on Filipina. She also speaks the same dialect as me and Manny Pacquiao, but now she speaks full Australian. So she has the accent. You would not even think that she came from the Philippines. And it's the same thing as some of my friends who have bounced around and have traveled, and some of the people that we hired, they don't speak an American accent. They also don't speak any particular accent, but it's just more neutral. So they would pronounce the vowels and the consonants in its exact sound as they are in the English language. So that's what I mean when I'm trying to say that they have a more neutral accent. So you will find these people if you actually know how to hire and how to look for it in their resumes, in their experience. And I know this is a very specialized skill, so we take care of all of that for you. Lastly, there's a very good cultural compatibility between Filipinos and a lot of Western countries like Canada and the US because of our exposure to these types of media. If you talk to a regular Filipino, they would know about the famous American movies, some of the famous jokes, some of the famous sitcoms and shows on Netflix. They watch the same reality shows. So there's a lot of relatability that happens there with the media exposure. And not just that, the Philippines actually had a huge wave of BPO companies or business process outsourcing companies. Companies like Verizon, AT&T, 1-800-Flowers, and PayPal have outsourced their customer support to the Philippines, I think in the early 2000s or late 1990s, which also opened up a lot of exposure to American standards and the way of working, like how it is in corporate America. So because of this exposure, there's a lot of cultural compatibility and ease in communication. And that's why it's really awesome for you to consider hiring someone from the Philippines to help grow your business. Number 3 is I want to talk about strong work ethic and loyalty. A lot of my teammates have been with my clients for over 4 years. And the reason for this is, let me tell you, heart to heart, Filipinos are a very loyal type of people. So you will hear about even like nannies staying with families all their lives, even like having kids and things like that. Someone working for someone for many, many years, many decades. My dad alone worked for the same company for, I think, over 40 years. He was very happy. And in the Philippines, we have this thing called utang na loob, which translates directly to a debt of gratitude, where we are just grateful to someone who would give us the chance, who would give us certain opportunities, and we would be very loyal to that person, and we will also do our best to serve them. So because of these cultural nuances, a lot of Filipinos are incredibly loyal, and that's why we make great nurses, great hospitality workers. You've probably heard about this from almost every first world country in the world. There will always be a Filipino nurse or a Filipino domestic worker or a Filipino working in cruise ships that go there or in some big hotel chain that serves that city. So we are just that type of people, and it's just ingrained in our culture. And this is why even me as a Filipino who actually lives in Mexico now, so this is why I also hire a portion of my team in Latin America. I still love hiring from the Philippines because of the strengths of our culture. Number 4 is time zone advantage for global operations. If you're the type of business that's open 24/7, basically just like an online business, you would probably appreciate having staff 24/7. I have a ton of clients that I've served over the years who have had to hire at least 3 contracts to cover 3 8-hour shifts so that they have staff for 24 hours a day. If you are a very busy e-com store or a very busy business that runs 24/7, this is not a far off possibility for you. And Philippines would be a great place to hire these people because we have staff that can work for any time zone because of our exposure to night shift work, because of those business process outsourcing companies that are based in the States. So a lot of people have experience working night shift, of course, mid shift, and the regular 9 to 5 in the Philippines as well. So it is not that special to work night shift in the Philippines. A lot of people have adjusted to this and have built their cadence for the week, for their health, to also serve that type of time schedule. So you know, don't worry about like trying to force someone to work beyond what they're used to. There's definitely a very, very big pool of very skilled people that you can access that work any shift, any time zone around the world. Lastly, I think that the best thing about hiring Filipinos and why I believe it's absolutely worth it right now to hire a virtual assistant or a project manager, a client success manager who's based in the Philippines, it's because hiring these types of people that just have a great attitude of loving or to help or like being able to serve someone, that is so ingrained in our culture as well. Having that attitude and you entrusting your business to people with that attitude, I think it gives you a lot of peace of mind, and I think it gives you a lot of freedom to focus on the growth of your business and just thinking that, you know, these people have my back. So not only is there a great cultural compatibility on the fact that we understand all of your media, all of your humor, and how you guys communicate, but there's also a great match in terms of our attitude of like wanting to help other people. If you actually look deeper in history and in Filipino culture, there are tons of words that pertain to generosity and helping other people. And for us, and for me personally, I take great pride when someone says, hey, you know what, Carla, you are the one who helped me grow my business. Thanks to you, I'm able to do this. So I know it sounds a little bit selfish or narcissistic, but honestly, when I hear that, I'm just so happy. And I notice that this is something that's inherent to us Filipinos. We just have a culture of like helping other people and being able to serve as well. And so number 5 benefit will be totally, there is a lot of opportunity there to be made once you get that freedom, because you have entrusted your business to people who love to help. So after sharing all of this, I hope that I've convinced you that it is still a great time to hire from the Philippines. A lot of Filipinos I know, and even people who don't work for my company, I know that they continuously upskill themselves, and I know that they continue to stay relevant and stay competitive. They learn these new platforms and software, and they also, get additional certifications, and they stay competitive. And I know that because we serve clients every day, we have new clients every month, and we hire new people, and we grow month to month. But I know that it may sound a little intimidating and maybe a little bit overwhelming for you. I understand you're an entrepreneur, you're not a full-time recruiter. So if you need help, I'm sharing our booking link in the notes in this YouTube channel. Definitely click like and subscribe if you want more advice on how to grow your business through outsourcing. And once again, if it all feels overwhelming, let's have a conversation. Let's talk. I'll drop my calendar below, and I'll see you soon.